If you're watching this, I'll be honest, I did not want to make this video, and there are several other people who never wanted this information to be released. But for the past 2.5 years, I've been a part of the deepest parts of the trading industry, and often I've stayed quiet, believing that it wasn't really my place to tell. But it wasn't until recently that I realized there's an aspect to this that is so detrimental that it is likely the main reason for your downfall. A world shrouded in secrecy and deception. And honestly, today we're gonna delve deep into the shadows to uncover the truth behind these seemingly legit operations. And also, for the protection of my safety and not to imply that one company is more legitimized than the other, I may refrain from explicitly naming anyone or anything in particular. But if you happen to put more pieces together than I let on, well, I cannot blame you. Nor can I stop you, honestly. But lastly, for legal reasons, these are my opinions that I have extensively researched in the same way you would something that you'd probably consider factual information. But again, they are just my opinions. My name is Kelly OG. I first started trading 2.5 years ago, in which I turned $26 to $100,000 within 9 months in the stock market. And then recently I've blown up for turning $1,000 into $140,000 in my first 55 days trading within the Forex market. I'm currently 21. I'm most known for going viral for making over $6.5 million by the age of 20. Oh, and reselling Popeye's chicken sandwiches when I was in high school. But becoming a person of influence in the trading space led to me being allowed into the deep inner circle of what goes on behind the scenes in the business world of trading. You know, what they do, what they sell, and even the people at the very top. So without further ado, let's begin. Proprietary trading is the act in which a trader trades for their own profit. But recently, prop firms have started dominating the overall trading industry by offering the ability to provide traders with the capital to trade and receive a majority percentage of their profits after completing a series of tests. Sounds great for you, right? No, it's not. If it was, I probably wouldn't be making this video. The prop firm industry was first popularized by a company known as FTMO in 2014. FTMO was founded by, and excuse me if I mispronounce this, Otakar Sufner and his fellow classmate, Marek Vasicek. There's a third founder who is mentioned, but not by name, and I assumed he was a private investor who provided the capital for these two young college graduates to start this company. Now, as I was on their website and I scrolled through the About Us page featured on their main website, I found a certain piece of information that I believe should honestly invalidate their entire business model. After briefly talking about how the founding traders and their partner had common interests within trading and money and risk management, their next sentence becomes increasingly alarming. Despite the different founders' approaches to trading, they have something in common. The awareness that professionalism can only be achieved through strong discipline in observing one's own rules. I mean, that's what they themselves said on their About Us page. I mean, think about the lunacy behind boldly displaying the informative history of your company and putting it on the main page of your website while having it fully contradict exactly what your company requires for the traders you are trying to resonate with to buy your product. Yes, I said product. Prop firms are sales companies selling products, not investments firms selling opportunities. They give you strict rules that you must abide by, and not just you, but every single trader is given the same set of rules in order to gain access to trading capital. However, the longest known and most popularized prop firm themselves outlines that different traders have different trading styles and that professionalism can only be achieved through strong discipline in observing one's own rules. They clearly admit that every trader is different and trades differently, yet they set up their systems for everyone to abide by the same rules. For example, if you have a $100,000 account, they'll let you control your risk management, just don't lose more than 5% of the account or you'll lose the entire account. Oh, and you have to make 8 to 10% of the entire account in 30 days, But whatever you make in the first 5 to 10 days doesn't really count. And I know some of you are fundamental traders, but don't plan on trading news because that's apparently trying to cheat the system. So you'll also lose your account that way. And no matter how much you trust your trade, there's no way we'll allow you to use a high lot size, especially not 140 lots, because it poses us too much of a financial risk. And if you end up having a profitable trade, we'll actually have to pay you out, which is exactly what we don't want to do. Why? Because if you catch 140 lots on any pip amount, well, that means they stand to lose a substantial amount of money, which serves extremely detrimental to our investors that are risking their hard-earned money for you to trade an account with, except there are no investors. You see, the truth is the prop firm game is not truly meant for you to win. I'm sure you're starting to get that that's the point I'm trying to make here. I don't know, most people are under the impression that there are these big multi-million-dollar investors that are granting traders $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 of their hard-earned money to hopefully allow these traders to make some side income off of their skill and hard work. While the investors fairly are taking a percentage cut because this person is trading your money for themselves, but of course it's mutually beneficial environment because they're gonna get a cut too, and you're gonna get a cut too. But I want you to think of how realistic it would be for you to give someone access to $100,000 for the price of $500. Think about this. Why would the leading prop firm in the world, the one that established the rules, the one that makes $300 million a year off of you, outline that they themselves believe that you have the best chance of success sticking to your own rules, but then forcing millions of traders to have the same requirements and stick to the same rules? Requirements for a $100,000 account, such as you have 30 to 60 days to complete your phase 1 and phase 2. You must wait 10 days for your trades to count, meaning you really only have 20. You can only risk a maximum $5,000 or 5% of the account in a day, or you lose the account. You can't lose more than $10,000 total or you lose the account. You're restricted to trading news for some financial instruments in important meetings. Now answer me this, in what reputable industry does it make sense to require something that you yourself offer the complete opposite of? The entire business model is a contradiction of the journey and beliefs of their own founders. There is no one way to validate risk management, to validate consistency, to validate skill by one set of rules. Every trader trades differently. Every trader risks differently. If you go